This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, there's a new ambulance helping save lives in Hazleton. We'll tell you what makes it so special next. Hello FYI viewers, and as always, hi Mom. Thanks for watching SSPTV and SSPTV.com. We start with an inspirational story. Today, FYI was at American Patient Transport Systems in Hazleton for the dedication of a new ambulance dedicated to the memory of Kimberly Ann Sidari. Sadly, Kim passed away after a battle with breast cancer last September at the age of 47. As Lisa Sugar reports, her courage will be remembered.
It's truly an honor to be here with members of the Sidari and UHAS families and also the APTS family as well for a very special occasion, a dedication of a new ambulance in honor and in memory of Kim Sidari, who they call their founding mother for APTS. I'm here with Dave Fatula, who is the general manager, along with members of the family. Dave, you gave some inspiring words here today. You said how it all started back long ago in
1989, 26 years ago. You know, Larry and Kim must have had a dream because you know, they wanted to start an ambulance. And you know, as I stated, you know, we took over, the ambulance crews took over the house, you know, and we were all kids, 17, 18, 19-year-old kids, you know, in there, bought into Larry's dream. We're going to have an ambulance. We're going to run this ambulance. And Kim, you know, invited us in and treated us like family, made us breakfast at times. It was simply an amazing time in young, impressionable minds. It was incredible.
Well, it made a great impression because look at the success right now of what this company does for the community, the family does for the community. Sadly, Kim lost her life last September to breast cancer. She ran in the Susan J. Komen race for the cure. She was an inspiration to other people and to the people here at APTS.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and again, going back 26 years, all the hard work that Larry and Kim put in, again, running a business out of their house, just trying to get by and trying to make payroll, and you know, just making those sacrifices, and those sacrifices have paid on in great value by the professional company that's become today.
Well, today we see this beautiful ambulance with the pink ribbon and the sign in memory of Kim. Chelsea, what's going through your mind?
It's an honor. It makes us feel really good. She spent her whole life honoring everybody else, so now it's nice just to see it come back full circle, and it's great to see it drive around town and makes everybody happy. So,
do you think it'll make people stop and think? You know, she fought a wonderful battle against this. It'll also bring attention to the cause.
Yeah, breast cancer is something we feel passionate as a family, working towards trying to help other women, and I think just when you see it driving through town again, it'll make you stop and think, okay, you know, this is a cause that we need to think about.
Well, I thank you for taking the time. I don't want to put you on the spot if you want to say anything.
No, it's a great honor today. Kim considered all these guys their kids. They're part of our family, and they always will be. And a lot of success stories came out of the kids that came through the system when it was HATS and now is APTS. And it's just a real honor to be here today.
Well, it is truly an honor. And Dave, when this pulls out and goes and helps other people, what message do you hope it's sending when are you proud to see that pulling out of the APTS Bay?
Oh, absolutely, and you'd be amazed at the compliments that you know, we have gotten, and you know, the people that remember Kim and remember, you know, the old days. And as Larry said, you know, the success stories of our former employees, when again we were all 16, 17-year-old, 18, 19-year-old kids. You know, we now have doctors, state troopers, firefighters. You know, the success stories are endless, and it's all, you know, because of, you know, Kim again taking us in as her own kids, and her being our mother. So that was, you know, that was the key of the, you know, our founding mother. She was our founding mother, and she treated us like all her sons and daughters.
Well, thank you so much to all of you for speaking with us today. We hope when you see this ambulance out on the street, you'll remember Kim Sidari and you'll remember the cause that she fought for as well.
Thanks, Lisa, and let me tell you that truly is one loving and special family. Let's now go to our headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Prior to the dedication, APTS hosted the weekly meeting of the Hazleton Rotary Club. The topic, the MI Alert program at Lehigh Valley Hospital. Rotarians learned how the program allows caregivers at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton to quickly identify heart attack patients and transfer them to a partner hospital when the time is of the utmost importance. Hazleton police are looking for a masked man who robbed the Pantry Quick at 145 East Diamond Avenue around 9:50 last night. The suspect is a Hispanic male wearing dark clothing and a mask. He fled on foot with an undetermined amount of cash. Anyone with information should call Hazleton police by dialing 911. This year marks the 160th time around for the Bloomsburg Fair. The week-long event, known for its family fun atmosphere, food, and entertainment, attracts more than 70,000 people each year. Today was Media Day, where our Janine Mazurkevich got to chat with those who spearhead the fair, which runs September 25th through October 3rd. In the days to come, Janine will highlight some of the new features, including a carousel replica constructed by Knoebels, which will be on display in the Horticulture Building. For a complete list of entertainment and to purchase tickets, you can go to bloomsburgfair.com. Still to come on FYI, the superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District talks about the new Arts and Humanities program in the district, and later the Cunningham Crusher crashes Dave Day. Stay tuned for sports.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
10 days and counting until Fun Fest 2015. The fun, food, crafts, entertainment, along with the big parade, take place September 12th and 13th in downtown Hazleton. For more information, log on to funfestpa.org.
All right, every Wednesday we talk about healthy living, running, walking, getting involved in your community, and we're here with Frank Romero. There are some runs that are still coming up. This one is first of its kind in the greater Hazleton area, so I'm really excited to talk about that with you again, Frank. So thanks for joining us here on FYI.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so we have another run coming up. This one is actually going to be town and trail. So explain what that means.
So we have the Town and Trail Race Series, and there are several races in there, but the big one is the Hazleton Half. So it'll be the first 13.1 in Hazleton.
All right, so how will this go? Because it's different when you're on the road versus on a track and different surfaces.
Yes, so it's going to start in the Hazleton Rails to Trails. It's nice, groomed, packed surface, and then it'll work its way downtown.
Okay, and how did the group come up with this idea of having a Hazleton Half this year?
Well, we didn't have one in the area, so we wanted to bring a longer distance, get more people involved, and we thought it'd be a bigger draw to get people into the healthy lifestyle, and it's a bigger challenge.
Okay, this is happening at the peak week of fall foliage in the greater Hazleton area.
That's correct, October 17th. So
And people can still sign up?
absolutely. You could register. If you pre-register, you'll show yourself some nice swag and shirt, but there's same-day registration as well.
Okay, so for people who do run, they might think, oh, why should I stay at the local race? There aren't a lot of other races that are popular that are going to be going on at the same time. So give your pitch to people as to why they should come and run the Hazleton Half.
Well, it supports the community, so that's the big thing, right? And you don't have to drive far. It's right here. It's right in your backyard, and you could support the local community, businesses also, and we have some great sponsors. So come out and get active.
Now, most runs actually do support a nonprofit. Will this run be supporting anyone locally?
So it supports different groups. There's 6 different groups. We have the Hazleton YMCA, the Rails to Trails, the Civic Partnership, Power, and the Downtown Alliance.
Okay, if you'd like to be a sponsor, there's always room for more. So if you want to be a specific sponsor for either, the bags or some of the items that the runners eat, water station, you can do so by calling who?
You could contact the YMCA and ask for Rob Gold, or you could just go to Hazy Racing and you can reach us that way.
Very good. Frank, thanks for joining us here on FYI.
Thank you.
All right, look for all of this information on their Facebook pages and right here each and every week on FYI on Wednesdays.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I was just about to go buy more Joe Paterno beer for a Penn State party when I spotted this weather shot. If my bosses ask, I was doing research on Paterno beer sales for a story. Moving on, here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, patchy fog after 2 a.m. Otherwise, partly cloudy. Our low will be 66 degrees. Let's take a look at the extended forecast for our Thursday. 30% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, and that's mainly between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Patchy fog before 9 a.m. in the morning. Mostly sunny day, though, with a high near 85. Thursday night, partly cloudy, low of 68. Friday, 20% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, high of 80 degrees. Friday night will be partly cloudy with a low of 61. On Saturday, a sunny day with a high near 79. Saturday night, mostly clear, our low 57. Sunday will be sunny with a high of 81, and then on Sunday night, mostly clear with a low of 60 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
Today marked the first day of classes for approximately 10,000 students in the Hazelton Area School District. It was also the first day for a brand new program in the district. Lisa Sugart has more.
One new program that will be part of the Hazelton Area School District's curriculum this year is the new Academy of Arts and Humanities. And here to tell us all about this brand new venture is Dr. Craig Butler, the Superintendent of Schools for the district. Dr. Butler, we saw the success of the Hazelton Academy of Sciences, so now you're hoping for the same success a second time.
Yes, this is a pilot program this year, Lisa. It's embedded in the high school, so it'll actually be in the high school building. We're starting with grades 9, and we have 82 students enrolled in the program at this point. The objective behind the program is to do it not only to focus on the arts, but to work on the integration of the arts and humanities within the course of study for those students throughout each school day. We have specifically 6 studio arts that we're offering: visual art, instrumental and vocal music, mixed media, and then dance and theater. Again, most of the students enrolled in the academy are involved in the studios. Not all, however. Some are just taking it because they want to put an emphasis of their course of study in the area of humanities. So in the area of English and social studies, to some degree science, we're weaving the arts into those content areas so that they will have an experience with not only the arts, but the humanities in those major content areas.
Is this a program that is growing across the country? Are we seeing more of this everywhere, or is this kind of just new in our area?
It's a great question. Many of the schools that we visited in preparation for initiating this program, Lisa, they're standalone academies, almost private schools, if you will, that focus primarily on the arts. The beauty of our program is that we needed to do it within the budget confines of the resources that we have locally. So we embedded it in the high school. It is a unique program that very few schools have in this state. We're so proud and pleased to offer this to our students. We think it's going to take off like gangbusters. The fact that we have 82 students in it, 9th graders only, for the first year is a real testimony with regard to the interest and the excitement around this program. So we're looking forward to putting it in place this year and seeing how the kids react to it.
Is the eventual goal to have it self-standing in a building of its own?
Perhaps, not necessarily the case though. We like the idea of it being embedded in the high school, kind of the high school programs being all on one campus, if you will, and part of the flagship program of the main campus.
And one last question. If you're not a participant in that academy, are students still allowed to maybe take electives that are now newly offered electives that weren't offered before?
Yes, they are. In fact, specifically some of our studio programs, specifically dance and theater, our numbers are a little lower than we expected in those 2 programs, Lisa. So upperclassmen, sophomores through seniors, may sign up for that class, that elective, and not be part of the academy, which I think is a beautiful feature of the program. We do have many talented students at the high school, have a passionate in that area, who want to get involved, and it was specifically designed for freshmen, but we're opening up to the upperclassmen.
Thank you, Lisa. Before we go to break, here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 2, 39, pick 3, 594, pick 4, 0981, and pick 5, 48595. Lottery numbers on FYI brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency with 2 locations to serve you. One location is in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue. The other one is in Nescapec on Broad Street. Call Boyer Insurance in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescapec at 570-752-7683. We check out another Russ Kanzler home run when we come back on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It's September, and that means a lot of things. Pumpkin, coffee, and September call-ups in Major League Baseball. I only gave 2 examples there, Dave, but we have a lot to talk about. Dave Seaman, sports editor at the Hazleton Standard Speaker, joins us once again. Let's start there. September call-ups for Major League Baseball teams, and one guy familiar with this discussion is the Cunningham Crusher, Russ Kanzler. We asked him about it recently.
September call-ups right around the corner. Do you know what's going on with that or where you stand?
No idea. No idea. I mean, that's one of those things where you try not to think about it too much. It's in the Phillies' hands. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Right now, I'm worried about controlling, the last 10 games of the season here and doing what I can to show the organization that, number one, I'm healthy, and number two, that I could swing the bat well and put together consistent at bats. So whatever happens past that is totally in their hands, and I'm gonna let those decisions, be made by them. But it's definitely hard not to get anxious this time of year when you know that the September call-ups are coming up. So we just try to not worry about it as much as we can and just play here today and worry about today's game.
Dave, I liked as Russ was listening to the question from our intern, John Eric Pola, he kind of had a smile on his face. He knew it was coming. Russ seems to be enjoying himself. Even though this may have been a trying season for him, not getting the call-up for opening day, getting injured, and now maybe some questions of getting the call-ups in September, he seems to really be appreciating his time playing baseball and having fun with it, at least on the outside. And he said, hey, I just want to be more consistent at the plate. Thoughts on Russ and the possibility of him getting a September call-up?
Well, I think Russ has been through this before. I think he's been around the game long enough to know you don't get your hopes up. Let your statistics and your play on the field speak for itself. Other times I'm sure he's disappointed that he hasn't been called up. But like I said, he's been through it before. Whether he's going to get called up this season, again, and he says it's the Phillies' call. It's not his call. He can only do what he's best at doing, and that's playing baseball, and let the chips fall where they may.
I'd like to see him get a chance up there. He was listed, read an Allentown Morning Call article where they're listing some of the possible players getting a call-up. He was in the others receiving mention, but they had a nice little write-up on him. And again, he just said he thought he was inconsistent this season overall, and he said he did have some good runs earlier in the season, had a tough May, struggled with the injury, but now trying to bounce back. Dave, college football season, another thing that really goes hand in hand with September. Penn State, they have Temple, and some saying, Penn State has this cupcake schedule early on. I'm kind of nervous about this Temple game this weekend as a Penn State fan, Dave. And you said if one thing happens for Temple, the Owls will win that football game.
Yeah, I think you got to watch early in the game. If Temple has a defensive touchdown, that momentum can do a couple of things. It gives confidence definitely for the Owls, and it could shake Penn State a little bit. It's not long ago that Penn State was struggling on offense, and you might have that, here we go again feeling. So that's something that keep an eye on, but I think Penn State has more overall talent, but don't overlook Temple's defense. They were nationally ranked last season.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game out there. Pro Penn State crowd probably. I saw a bunch of students. They sold out the Penn State student section at Lincoln Financial Field. So it'll be interesting to see if Penn State, if they do get punched in the mouth early, just how they respond, especially on offense. Notre Dame, Dave, they play Texas. I think this is a big game for both programs as well. Notre Dame losing 5 of their last 6 last season. Looked all right against LSU in that bowl game. They got the victory. They showed some really good flashes. New quarterback as Malik Zaire will take over. Everett Golson now down in Florida State playing for them. So Notre Dame, you think, they have a lot of expectations this season. I think rightfully so. I think they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think they've been ranked kind of like in the middle of the pack of the top 20, top 25 preseason, but they have a lot of weapons returning. And new quarterback, to see how he performs as a starter. Like I said, Malik Zaire had a great bowl game against LSU. He established himself. Everett Golson's moved on to Florida State, where he's become the starting quarterback. But the Irish have a lot of experience, and a lot of people are saying keep an eye on the Irish. And they have a tough schedule. If they manage that schedule, navigate through it, I think you could see the Irish making the college football playoff this season.
And on Friday in the Standard Speaker, it is time for their high school football preview. Dave, what will you see in there? We have some college stuff as well. What are we looking at on Friday?
Yeah, we're looking mostly high school stuff, the local, a lot of names, faces, things that we've been known for through the years. A lot of guys have worked hard through the years, and it's been a collaborative effort with our sister newspapers too in Pottsville and in Wilkes-Barre. So get a little bit of, all the local teams will be previewed from Hazleton to North Schuylkill. And you'll see Wyoming Valley Conference previews, overviews of the Anthracite Football League, some good information. And again, you want to look for your kids or grandkids' name. We're sure to have it, and if we don't, by all means call us, and we'll get that in for you, because it's been a labor of love, really.
FYI, Standard Speaker scoreboard time. That second Russ Kanzler home run clip during Dave Day was from the Pigs game last night. That's his 9th home run of the year. The Iron Pigs, they lose to Pawtucket, though, on Tuesday night. The Rail Riders, they lowered their magic number to 1. They can wrap up the IL North on Wednesday. The Cubs got back in the win column on Tuesday for Joe Madden. Now to local sports. Wyoming Seminary moved to 7-0 in conference play in golf with a win over MMI. Marion beat Pine Grove in the Schuylkill League. Tomorrow, our football previews wrap up as we take a look at the Hazleton area Cougars. It's Wednesday, and here's some delicious alliteration. It's signature steak night at Bottlenecks. All of their signature steaks are only $9.95 plus bottomless soup and salad for only $2.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Frank Sinatra Tribute Show featuring Tony Sands and his 8-piece swing band will be held Saturday, September 12th at the Mock Chunk Opera House in Jim Thorpe. Tickets are $25 and the doors open at 6:30, and the show will begin at 7:30. Tony Sands captivates his audiences with the mannerisms, illusion, and romance that have made him a must-see in Atlantic City and Las Vegas for more than 20 years. For more information, just call 570-325-0249 or check out mcohjt.com. Our next announcement, the American Cancer Society Look Good, Feel Better program teaches women how to deal with and manage the side effects of cancer with helpful makeup hints. Each participant will receive a free makeup kit worth $200. Sign up for the Monday, September 14th session at Geisinger Hazleton by calling 1-800-227-2345. And finally, the Survivors After Suicide Support Group meet the second and fourth Tuesday of each month from 6 to 7:30 at Catholic Social Services in Hazleton. This is a no-fee open grief group that welcomes survivors at any stage of their grieving process. No sign-up is necessary. For more info, just call 570-455-1521. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of Maurice K. Engelhardt of Weatherly. Funeral is Friday at 11 a.m. from the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Curtis McKee of Shenandoah. Curtis, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
This Friday is a first Friday in downtown Hazleton. We have a preview on FYI, so stay tuned for that and more. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.